in a loving home, 3 brothers, both my parents were together. It was just a loving home, always. And my 5th grade year is when I started to notice my parents fighting, and I was so young, and I didn't really understand why, because I didn't grow up seeing them that way. And it was it was going into 6th grade that things got really, really bad. I remember my little brothers coming into my room late at night and sleeping with me because I could hear them fighting downstairs. And I remember being so angry and frustrated because I saw how badly they hurt, and I knew there was nothing I could do to help them or help the situation. That summer, they got bad. And going into 6th grade is when I met my first real boyfriend. And I would spend all my time with him and his family just to escape the chaos going on at home, just to get away from it all. And it was kind of like a way of just avoiding it. Summer after the 6th grade year, my dad moved out, my parents got divorced, and things got really bad. My mom was deeply depressed to the point where she was in bed all the time. Even if she wasn't sleeping, she was just laying there because she was so hurt by everything. And at that point, I kind of took over, became almost like a mom to my brothers. I would get them up in the morning, I would make breakfast, make lunch, do laundry, everything that the mother was supposed to do. And so that put a lot of hardship on me, a lot of burden on me. I felt like I had to be the strong one for everybody in my family. I felt like if I were to cry or break down, that my entire house would just fall apart. In 7th grade, I became really depressed because of the whole situation. I felt like I didn't have the support from my family. I felt like I didn't have anybody to talk to. I felt like I wasn't loved. And I wanted so badly to have a human connection with somebody else that when I was in 7th grade, I lost my virginity to my boyfriend. And that was something that I have always regretted. It didn't fill any hole in my heart. It didn't make anything easier. It just left me feeling worse about myself and worse about everything I was going through. In 8th grade, my boyfriend and I broke up. And my parents went into a custody battle over the 4 of us kids. In 9th grade, my dad won custody over us. And that is when everything truly went downhill. I didn't have my mom, I didn't have a relationship with her. My dad and I weren't close like we should have been. I feel like I didn't have him there. And I just feel like everything was kind of falling apart for me. And that is, I think, I truly seeked attention from my ex again. So I started seeing him again and getting into bad habits. And I was involved in an extremely abusive relationship. Not physically, but mentally and emotionally. I was being broken down constantly. And I kind of just gave into that. And I didn't have anybody to talk to. I didn't feel like I had friends that I could go to. I didn't have my parents to go to, so I was just stuck. And I felt like there's no getting out of it. In August of 2010, I was a sophomore in high school, and I found out I was pregnant. And that moment, it felt like my stomach was being ripped out of my body. I was terrified of what I was going to do, of how my family was going to handle it. I didn't know how to go about it. When I finally did tell my parents, it grew so much tension in the family. My dad was so disappointed he couldn't look at me. My brothers were so mad at me that they wouldn't talk to me. And my parents fought constantly about the situation. Sorry. And I didn't have any friends to turn to because I pushed them all away because of my relationship with my boyfriend. I finally went to a counselor, told her I was pregnant. We got to talking, and it opened me up more to the situation. She introduced me to my guidance counselor, who works with other teen parents. And from there, we decided that I would go to an alternative school in order for me to graduate early. And so that's where I went. There, I met other teen parents. I met other teen moms that have gone through what I'm going through, or what I went through. I got the opportunity to hear their story and learn from them and their mistakes and the things that they did right. And for the first time in 7 months, I didn't feel alone. From there, I decided to open up to my friends, speak with them, tell them what was going on, and immediately they were supportive. I finally had the support that I was looking for. After my little girl was born, I was still constantly being abused by my ex, and I felt like I was trapped. I became extremely depressed and started questioning a lot of things in life, and I didn't like where I was at. Finally, I opened up to some of my friends, and I talked to them, and I felt like I could be the mother I needed to be. And what I can't stress to you enough is to open up to people in your life. No matter what you're going through, whether it relates to me and my story, or if it doesn't, reach out and talk to your friends, talk to your counselors, talk to your teachers, your parents. It doesn't matter. They will be supportive. Those are the people that are there for you to help you get through the things in life. And if you are a teen parent, or you might be becoming a teen parent, or if something happens in the future, remember to always be a good parent by leading by example. Teach your child to be strong by showing them you're strong. Teach them to be successful by being successful, and teach them to love by showing them your love. So no matter what your situation is, no matter what you are going through, you can overcome it, and you will overcome it. Just reach out, because there are people there that love you. Thank you.